from zero to nearly $2.5 million. That's the difference in economic impact Rail CDC achieved for more than 200 small businesses in Mesa and Tempe, 90% of them owned by people of color, giving them access to the Paycheck Protection Program funds they needed to survive the pandemic.
We focus on a place. The light rail corridor in Mesa and in Tempe, these corridors have been very disinvested in for decades.
And so one of the things that Rail CDC really tries to hone in on is who are the people that get left out? Who are the people that need the most help? Lower moderate income communities, marginalized communities, Latino communities, Black communities, Asian communities. We go out into the community, we introduce ourselves, so we're knocking on doors, and it's not the first or last time they're going to see us.
And because we focus on this geographic area, we get to know the businesses in those areas, and they get to know us. A lot of times these mom and pop businesses, and most small businesses, are started because somebody loves what they do, right? Somebody loves to cook, and so they start a restaurant. Somebody loves to make dresses, and so they start a boutique. They didn't study business. It's just they're doing it out of a passion, and with passion they make it work.
Y por eso yo pienso que de nuestra parte a nosotros nos gusta mantener comunicación y estar involucrados.
And so part of what we try to do is to kind of bring in some of the business elements and work with them on how to run the business better so that they can grow, thrive, expand, and be able to stay within the community as growth happens around them. It's an understatement that 2020 has just kind of, changed everything.
I remember we started walking and asking our small businesses, how's business? How are you doing? The look on their faces, because they had no idea how they went from a $600 day to a $20 day, was something that still sits with me. It was really felt, and Rail really wanted to make sure that we were the first face that they saw, and that our small business community really knew that we were there to help them. And I remember Omar from Curry Corner also saying, we don't know. We have no idea how we're going to keep the lights on. I don't even know how we're going to pay rent next week.
Curry Corner? Yeah, what would you like? Chicken on, okay.
Hi.
How are you?
How are you doing?
Doing well, thank you.
How's business?
We're living day to day. Maybe last week, we had literally, no people coming in. Just a couple of to-go orders and all that. So, yeah.
You could just see that the pandemic is just shining a bright light on all of the inequities that exist within our systems.
City of Mesa received all of these dollars to help our small business community, and it sounded amazing. On paper, it was great.
Yeah.
Have you thought about the patio program, the patio extension that they're doing right now with the city?
No.
No.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
You
they're
didn't?
doing no application fees.
Oh,
You can set up patio in the parking lot, so you can set up.
A lot of people want that patio thing.
Heck
Yes. Yeah.
And you have a big space for it here. And
These programs are accessible to everybody, but if they don't have the tools to access them, they might as well not exist.
we walked into the small businesses asking them, hey, do you know about this really awesome grant program? You can apply online. But as soon as they were applying, they would call us and say, I don't know how to forward an email, or I don't know how to use this platform. Could you help me? And so that's when we started seeing we're going to need to do a lot of hands-on work. you really have to hold hands with small businesses and let them know that these opportunities exist and that there's organizations that are willing to sit down with them. They are so in the day-to-day that they don't know. And so it was a lot of making them feel comfortable that no, this, I promise you, this help is coming from federal dollars. All they want to do is see you keep your lights on.
We was closed for 6 weeks, and after that it was so really slow.
My hair was hating it. I got COVID myself too, so it affected me personally. Man, well, I lost my job, and I got it in July, and I still got the effects of it. Like, I'm still having a hard time breathing. Even at night, I'll wake up at night, I can't breathe. Yeah, it was a pretty messed up time. I had to stay in a hotel because I had to be away from my family when I got it. Because I just had a newborn daughter.
I'm only one who's working right now here. Usually we work like 2-3 barbers. I hope it's gonna come back someday.
As the challenges of the pandemic really started to affect the business community, it affected those small mom and pop businesses exponentially.
Hi. Good, how are you? And we're just here dropping off, and well, first we're here to, let you know about the grant program that City of Tempe is doing. I don't know if you've already heard of it and if you've already applied. They got federal dollars. They want to spend it on their small business community. So we can help you fill it out if you want us to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I have this?
Yes, this is for you.
With the Paycheck Protection Program, we saw that first banks started working with their existing lending relationships, which are larger businesses. And then they started working with small businesses. Well, as soon as they would run into a challenge with a small business, they would just move on to the next one. And then the business owner would just say, you know what? I wasn't approved, or I wasn't accepted, or I didn't qualify. We realized that it wasn't that the business doesn't have the things that they need for this loan. It's just that they don't know what those documents are. And we connect with a community bank that we built a really strong relationship with, and we figured out with them what exactly the documentation these businesses needed. And then we went and sat down with the businesses. And so it's just those really basic things that became the large barriers to accessing these programs.
That to me means equity. Like, we're helping you and we're giving you a fair chance at these dollars because you deserve them just as much as the next guy. I said guy, but I also mean girl.
We've learned that holding a business owner's hand through all of these processes is critical. It's the most important thing, especially right now where they are just focused on staying alive. They're focused on keeping the doors open. They're focused on keeping their employees paid. They're focused on keeping their customers happy.
My mom and my dad, I don't know why I'm getting emotional. I am Mexican American. I grew up undocumented for a really good chunk of my life. And my parents came here to give us an opportunity that we wouldn't have had in Mexico. And so when I see the faces of people that struggle, it just fuels me, it burns me. We all deserve a chance to make it in the state, in the land of the free. My dad came here in the 80s, and he had heard that in America, you really could have a fighting chance of like making money for your family. And so that's what fuels me every day. So my dad's struggle is everyone's struggle that I see here. The pandemic hit home hard for us as well, and not just our small business community, but just all of our community. And so that I think that way, like, that drives me to push harder and speak my voice, even though sometimes it's a little timid, but speak my voice on behalf of the people that don't have a voice.